my fellow Americans, this is former President Barack Hussein Obama, and you're listening to the Mad Titan Podcast. Please be sure to support this young brother from Chicago, Jay Washington, because he's a funny bastard. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it. The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It is episode 40 of the Mad Titan Podcast. I'm your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. I am glad to be back. I know it was like a little bit extra in a couple of days after a week. Thank you to everybody that checked out episode 39 with Jeffrey Baldinger. Man, we had a blast on that one. And I'm sorry to say the mood probably is completely shifted because of this episode. Because, you know, things just tend to go wrong in life. And when I say things go wrong in life, it means I brought back BC. That's the only way I can say it. I mean,
man, bro, look, I'm like Bobby Gucci, dog. I equal ratings, homie. I'm the one that's building your show back to the top. I'm making it the best that it can be because, Jay, I don't know what day you're going to air this, but as of this recording, 652 days, still ETCW World Heavyweight Champion. How you doing?
I think I should have ended the connection right there and just said, fuck it, I'm going to do it with myself. Just say, you know what, I don't need this in my life. I don't need this stress. Congratulations, I guess.
Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else to say. I mean, like, congratulations, I guess. Yeah, but so you're still a heavyweight champion of the world, not
of
city.
The world, Jay, of the world.
Yeah, I'm mad that I did that whole fucking spiel with you. Man, my week has been super busy, bro, non-stop. Like, Thursday, I think I was damn near dying because I had to get up early in the morning, go do something at 7 in the morning for College Humor. After that, I had to shoot over to the West Side to meet my new manager and shoot 2 different projects with her and Winston. Then shoot back to Collider to record something for there. Then get back to my house to finish editing and rendering the episode of Blurred and Gold, which me and Winston are doing, which I'll tell y'all about at the end of the show. And then edit and render and schedule the episode for the Titans review to come out. Man.
Boy, you killing it on the game. You're out there grinding, bro. Let me tell you, dog, like, I'm sitting here trying to prep for New York Comic Con and I'm dying, let alone add in everything you're doing plus the day job. Plus we got that wrestling game. So we got to stay in that gym. Woo!
Which I'm not going to even lie to you. So as soon as a little behind the curtain for y'all, it is 11:30 here in LA as I'm recording this. As soon as I'm done with this, I am going to the gym for 2 hours. Now keep in mind, I had to work my nightclub gig as a bouncer that I do. So I didn't get off work till like 2:30, 3 o'clock and get home at 3:30, almost 4. It's like, yo.
Yeah, I had a show about an hour out of Dallas last night, and then we went to the after party at the promoter's house. So I didn't get back to my apartment until about 3:30 in the morning, and then woke up about 9 o'clock this morning. Went to the gym.
See, at least I know that no matter when I come to Dallas, I got a place to stay at your house, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got some people talking like, yeah, man, bring them out here, come meet some promoters and stuff. I was like, man, you need to get up out here, dog.
Yeah,
get you out of Long Beach.
Because I'll be in Long Beach on the 19th. All right. I hate you so much for that.
Jonathan be tripping me out, man.
All right, so, but y'all, for those who are new to the podcast, if you don't know what's happening around here, I get you caught up on everything that's happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. This is going to be Barbershop Talk for Nerds, so I'm telling you that in advance to let you know, I might say some shit that you might get a little bit in your feelings about. And if you get a little bit in your feelings about, you know I do not give a shit. Okay? I might say some things.
You have to be polite, Jay. You can't use bad words. It is a safe space.
Your mama's a safe space. And,
mom's a nice lady.
That was kind of harsh. I'm not talking about your mama in general, but that was harsh as fuck. Jesus, that was harsh as shit to say your mama's a Jesus, I didn't realize I said it that hard. Your mama's a safe space. Jesus, I'm sorry. You ever catch yourself like actually having to apologize and shit? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But yeah, so this is that's what's going on here. So we're going to talk about a lot. We might go off on some tangents and anything else, but nonetheless, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And I always kick it off with that. Here's the thing too. It's been hard gathering a lot of news, but things are about to start happening because we're into premiere week. By the time this comes out and the time I record the next episode, the Arrowverse will have come back. And so we'll talk about that when we get to it. But kicking it off right now with Marvel news, because of course this has been the biggest news of the entire week. And that is Spider-Man is officially back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, he's only back for one film as a Spider-Man, the ending of the trilogy, and one future Marvel Studios project. The deal finally came through. I think the deal was announced on Friday. Everything was brought out. They said the night before Thursday, like 8 p.m., they had come to an agreement, come to a deal, Sony and Kevin Feige, and now basically we getting Spider-Man.
Man, that shit was crazy, dude. The morning it hit, man, I was tripping out because I didn't even know they were back to the boards talking. Like that came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. I think, you know what? Here's the thing with that. I think for sure, Daddy Sony got involved. I think Sony Japan got involved.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. I
think Sony Japan. Go ahead.
Did you see Tom Holland's post as well?
Oh, I posted it on Twitter. When they posted the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
How the fuck living?
I lost it. Boy, let me tell you what.
I think everybody, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can see it on my Twitter and I think my Instagram as well. But Tom Holland went to Instagram and posted the clip from the Wolf of Wall Street when Leonardo DiCaprio was giving his speech to all the workers. He was like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. And I think it was hilarious because it was Tom Holland who posted it.
Yep.
Like, I think had anybody else posted something like that, I think we wouldn't have got the same effect with it. But the fact you had Tom Holland post, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah. So, okay, with it being one film, do you think, like I've seen reports, and I think it's people just speculated, do you think there is a possibility to any of the ideas of them, fucking writing him out of the MCU?
Yes, they say Kevin Feige is trying to write him out. But here's the thing people have to remember anyway, even when all this first happened, he was never meant to permanently be in the MCU. So here's what, like, you might get this, but here's what a lot of other people don't understand. So when Sony and Marvel initially partnered up to bring in Spider-Man, it was only for 6 movies. It was only set for 6 movies. So that lets you know off jump, he was never meant to, stay all the way through in the MCU. Now, yeah, I get the potential for renegotiations could happen. That is true. But he never was meant to just stay in the MCU.
So, but will Sony then go forward and do movies on the same timeline with Tom Holland going forward with their own Spider-Man after he leaves the MCU? Or do they reboot again?
No, they're keeping Tom Holland as Spider-Man. That's the thing.
Okay, so but with the rights issues, when they go out, can they mention things that happened in the MCU?
No, and you don't have to. I mean, you can mention things, but do it vaguely. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to directly say.
What about like the fact because for all extents and purposes, we don't have an Uncle Ben in this. Like we had when he died, blah blah blah. But Tony Stark is essentially our Uncle Ben.
Yeah,
and I get that.
And I get that. And
will they not be able to mention Parker? I mean, Stark?
Well, you can do it in, like I said, you go around it. You mention things like, was Peter lost his mentor, his Uncle Ben, his second Uncle Ben. You say things that reference Tony, but don't directly say Tony's name. So that's how you handle that. I mean, I get it. I'm 100% with it. Like, it's going to be a little confusing, but Sony is confident. Again, Sony's always owned the character. So that's one thing people keep forgetting. Yeah, myself included, we bring up the fact that Marvel helped make them money. Right. But Sony owns the character. So for him to come back and finish the trilogy, which we wanted more than anything, because we knew it was a trilogy, so we wanted that done, and then him to appear in a future movie, we still get enough of him to where it should suffice. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like again, it's some people want him to stay forever in the MCU, but that was never the case in the first place.
Yeah. And again, like you were saying though, like, you know, there's always possibility for renegotiation despite the fact of, you know, the breakdowns that we had in this most recent one. We ended up having cooler heads prevail, all that. Do you think they're going to write their way completely out, or they're going to write their way like, you know, in case we want to work together again?
You know what? I think that maybe Kevin Feige will, you know, leave the door open. I don't think they'll close it completely. I think that, you know, they're like, hey, just in case, we will have this thing, because that also goes into the fact of what Sony's doing. Because Sony is talking about doing a Madam Web movie with the writers of Morbius. Now, a lot of people are like, what does that mean? That means you can potentially bring the Spider-Verse to life, which means there could potentially be 2 Tom Hollands if you kill this one off in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 Tom Holland Spider-Man.
That could be really cool. That could be really cool to get like a Ben Reilly, and like maybe one of them, like MCU or Marvel and Sony make a deal where they can keep somebody and still have their Spider-Man, and Sony can go off and keep doing other Spider-Man too.
And I think that's the thing too. The thing is also, you know, what does the Sony own Spider-Man? Clearly, the Sony owns Spider-Man in all its iterations. Do they own, they own the villains, but do they own every single version of Spider-Man, the word Spider-Man, the spelling of Spider-Man? You see what I'm saying? All these different things, because those little things matter.
The only thing that they do not own, the only spider that they do not own apparently, is Spider-Woman.
Okay, so that's the only one they don't own.
Yeah. Like because that actually apparently has, I've been told, has nothing to actually do with Spider-Man. So it's something completely different. I don't know how that works, but Spider-Woman is the only one they don't technically own. So I'm to understand.
You know what? It's really fucked up that as nerds, we go into this deep ass, philosophical ass breakdown as to which made up ass character does which big ass giant corporation ain't giving me no fucking money owns. Like, you know, I get how some people are like, yo, it's just one corporation agreeing with another corporation. At the end of the day, I'm like, it's just one corporation I want to give me a job with another corporation I want to give me a fucking job. So I'm going to do with all you bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get sometimes when people get mad, but, yeah, it's so funny how there's so much involved in this to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's so funny with all that. But yeah, because the Madam Web thing is very interesting. But here's something else. So, excuse me, I burped. I've been drinking sparkling water.
Jay, look at you, bro. That is so basic, bro.
Nigga, I just I just bought vegan sour cream early this week, G. Like, I was out grocery shopping.
You real LA right now, bro.
I was out grocery shopping and shit, and I was, you know what I'm saying, looking for some things. I was like, all right, cool, I'll give me some, you know what I'm saying, I'll give me some protein shit. And I was like, ooh, vegan sour cream. And I got enlightened and enthused and excited. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this. And then I got it. And then I ate it. And I was like, this shit's delicious. And I was like, what is happening to me? Like, the fuck is wrong with me?
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting that to end with, this shit was nasty.
I know you were. I think everybody was. Everybody like that's why when I made a post on Twitter and Facebook, like, I think I fully completed my transition. Please respect me during my time of change. like it's just, you know, like my roommate, she bought, recently she had bought pumpkin spice frosted flakes. And at first I looked at her like, yo, this is the most basic white bitch shit you could do, cause she's a white woman. And I told her that it's the most basic white bitch shit you can do. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, I wonder how do these taste with almond milk? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, gee, my life is like, I'm still a thug. Don't get me wrong. I'll shoot somebody in the face. You know what I'm saying? I'll bust somebody in between the eyes with a BB gun. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And then go have some vegan cream cheese.
You goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? Which I want to try. Also, I've heard there's some delectable strawberry vegan cream cheese. Oh my God. Next story. Fuck.
Bro, you just used the word delectable.
I'm scared.
On a much better note, as we're recording this, I told you I'm watching Super Brawl 1996, and Chris Benoit just did his flying headbutt to Taskmaster with Jacqueline on top of him, on top of a table, and that table didn't break.
So now we know the moment that fucked up his brain that led to murder.
Cause that's it, like legit, dude. Like that table, no crack,
Yo,
nothing.
Hold on. You said it's Super Brawl. Here's the fucked up thing. I know we're supposed to be talking about this shit, but while we talking about it, I'm finna go find this shit on the network. So you said it's Super Brawl what?
1996.
Where is it at?
It's in WCW, about an hour and 58 minutes in.
Okay, hold on. WCW. Hold on, go WCW.
WCW.
WCW. It's pay-per-views. Okay. Yeah, WCW here. It's 1996. I know y'all like, what the fuck just happened? This shit became a wrestling talk. Well, you suck my cock, people.
That's what happens in the nerd barbershop, man. Conversations get derailed.
Okay, I got Starrcade 96, World War III, Halloween Havoc, Fall Brawl, Bash at the Bitch, Slamboree.
Whoa. Bash the bitch.
Bash at the bitch, bro. Like, yo, we kicked it at this bitch. Like, I mean, if it had something else, like, I'd be like, bash at the hoe. But I couldn't. So, you know. You said it's like an hour or something in?
About hour 55.
Okay. Hold on. Let me do this. All right. Let's go to not next video. All right. But anyway, while I'm doing that, so Ghost Rider, people were hyped about it. You know, Gabriel Luna reprising his role as Robbie Reyes. Them coming to Hulu with their own series, which we knew would be rated R, especially the fact that Marvel TV was going to do this whole Marvel, Journey into Fear, whatever horror thing they were going to do. Well, it's been canceled. It's been scrapped.
I'm really confused on this because it seemed as if it came out of nowhere.
It did.
And I'm wondering if this has anything to do with Terminator.
Well, here's why. So I don't think it's Terminator, but here's what I think it all has to do with. So as of right now, Hellstrom is supposedly still going, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cloak and Dagger and Runaways are set to air their respective upcoming seasons. Now, I have to bring up Hulu and Marvel Television because ABC, Freeform, all those are all in the same umbrella.
Yeah.
But it is being rumored that Kevin Feige wants them all because he wants to have one continuous story where everything connects and makes sense. So we're not looking like, oh, in the Ghost Rider world, or oh, in the Runaways world, oh,
gotcha.
In the Cloak and Dagger world, because Cloak and Dagger and Runaways, they stay together. Cloak and Dagger, Runaways, and the Marvel Netflix shows connected.
Yeah, because I just finished Cloak and Dagger like a week or so ago, yeah. And man, I forgot they was straight up dropping up Luke Cage.
Yep. So O'Reilly was working in Harlem and all that stuff. So the thing is, they want to be able to bring all of them together to have one continuing story. Because also, for those who didn't know, the Marvel Netflix shows were originally supposed to connect. They were the first iteration of the Marvel Studios Disney Plus shows. Mm-hmm. They weren't movies on a smaller scale, but they were still connected, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was when it first started. But that's all Jeff Loeb's fault. There's no other way to put it. It's all Jeff Loeb's fault. But now rumor is Feige wants to be able to control the narrative through them all, which is not a bad thing.
No, and especially because the fact, you think at some point Feige's going to go, all right, I'm done with this. I've done everything I can. But if he keeps pushing himself and challenging himself by going, all right, how much can I expand this universe?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to keep things fresh. It's going to keep things new, and it's going to really change how we look at things. And I think, Star Wars and Mandalorian are really helping that out too. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I think, they just announced that Feige is helping out with Star Wars.
I was just about to go into that story next. I'm glad you brought it up.
There, but I guarantee that's been going on for a while, and they're just like, all right, we better go ahead and drop this shit now before someone actually finds out about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, oh yeah, but also you got to think about this in the grand scheme of things. Like, if we're trying to reestablish our universe, we're connecting it. We want it to make sense to our viewers because we know we've been catching a lot of backlash. Why not have the dude who has a proven and successful track record?
Exactly.
And he's already in the family. We don't have to go outside. We don't have to go anywhere else for this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to look nowhere.
He's pretty
right
much
there.
He's the only one that's been able to do it successfully.
Right. And the thing is, there have been many people who've tried and it has not, come out that way. Now, what time did you say that match was in?
About hour 55. Chris Benoit, Taskmaster.
55. Okay. Cause I'm at the hour 30. Okay. But yeah, so that is a thing. I'll just fast forward through it. But yeah, so that's a good thing. But nonetheless, there are people who are like, oh, Marvel just wants to control everything. It's Marvel no matter what. Yeah. It's just now Marvel Studios, which is for anybody getting upset, Marvel Studios is the end game. Marvel Studios this is what we want, to be able to control everything.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios is the end game.
And to have a cohesive story that can have fun watching over different mediums.
Absolutely. And it's just like think about the comics. No matter what characters you watch, they are all interconnected in the giant Marvel universe, right? When you read the comics. So why not have the TV shows and films be reflective of that?
Exactly. It just makes it more entertaining for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I figured out why we had to drop in the call earlier. The internet went out for a second.
Gotcha.
And so luckily I have a phone that works. And so I don't have to worry about the internet going out. I have a payment arrangement already set on my phone bill. I'm good.
Smart man.
I'm good. But yes, I was going to bring about that Kevin Feige to help produce a Star Wars movie, but you brought that up too. Like I said, the man knows what he is doing. As far as other Marvel news, I think everything will start to pop out next week with New York Comic-Con, which BC will be there. I won't, because unfortunately nobody loves Jay Washington enough to send him out there to work. And it hurts. It hurts badly. The reason BC is going is because BC has this blessing to be able to fly wherever he wants, damn near whenever he wants. Now, granted, I'm jealous of that ability, because there's there's one thing I ain't got to pay for is a flight. Yep, that takes a lot out of everything.
It does. It really helps me to be able to just hop on planes.
Yeah, but that's when I think we'll start after New York Comic Con. I think we'll get a lot more information, a lot more different things. Also, reportedly, Shang-Chi is set to start filming this November. I can't wait to get some of the stills from that behind the scenes. And I'm talking about the really interested.
I'm really interested in how this is gonna look. There's gonna be some costume design, set design, the shit they're gonna go into in this has gotta be freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be fucking beautiful. I think that for a fact will be the most beautiful thing. The fact we'll see so much in authenticity. You know what I'm saying? It'll look realistic. It'll have that feel. It'll be what we want it to be. And so I'm definitely here for it, and I can't be mad about that at all. But let's go over to DC news now. It gets real here. All right? It gets real here.
I'm so confused about some of this news.
Okay, let's go to the first one. First bit of news. The Joker, as the time of recording this, had its world premiere last night in Los Angeles. During its world premiere, Warner Brothers made it where only you can take photos on the red carpet. They did it where there was not allowed to be any interviews, be it audio or camera of any type. Questions were not allowed to be asked of the talent and or Todd Phillips, the director. this is so they can control the kind of let people focus on the movie and not the somewhat made up controversy. And I say it is somewhat made up because it has literally been critics, pundits, and the occasional fan or two who goes, well, this movie will influence people. This movie will do that, when no one outside of that has said that. There hasn't been any real legitimate reports of any quote unquote incels going, well, yeah, because of the Joker, I can do this. There hasn't been that. So it is, quote unquote controversy.
Yeah. I'm okay. I don't know what day you're airing this on.
I'll air this tonight. This will come out tonight.
Okay.
This will come out Sunday night with the episode. Yeah. So
right.
The day you're recording, it'll come out tonight.
I'm seeing Joker in 2 days. I'm seeing it on Tuesday.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get a screening out here. Again, yeah. I'm plugged on my own. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I can, but I be trying, bro. I be really trying.
We know how I've already made myself very clear how I feel about this movie. I don't like the idea of a Joker movie. It has nothing to do with that, with the controversy. This is gonna breed people. No, just shut up. I just don't want to know the backstory of the Joker. Like, if this movie was just called Clown, I'd be watching it going, man, this looks incredible. I just don't want to know the backstory of the Joker. I think it takes away from his character.
Hey, man, you said an hour 56 minutes in the Super Brawl 6?
Yeah, 1996.
Hey, man, it's not an hour 50 because I went past the hour 50.
Oh, my bad. It looks like it was 2. Oh, shit. I don't.
What is it? See.
Man,
okay.
Just look. Hey, you on the new network, right? Just scroll down to the freaking Benoit Taskmaster match, man. You know how you can click down and you can go match by match?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just go to the Taskmaster Benoit match. It's the finish of that match.
I saw Taskmaster Arn Anderson. Yo, wait a minute. Taskmaster Arn Anderson, Taskmaster Brian Pillman.
Oh, my bad. It's 97, my dude. I'm watching 97, not 96.
I'm scrolling through all this Been scrolling through this whole motherfucking pay-per-view.
Don't worry, 96 Super Brawl was good too, dude.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm looking for.
That was well before the NWO.
I'm literally scrolling through this, and here you go. Oh, my bad. It's 97. I hate everything about you. I hate her. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that you had to go, oh, oops. I hate. Yeah, because I'm trying to jump to it. It's not even down here in the jump to part.
Well, yeah, that's because you're in the wrong year, man. You need to go to 97. I done told you that.
I'm on 97, and I'm still looking for it.
No, you on? Oh, okay. Well, 97, it's on there.
Super Brawl 97.
Yes.
Punch him in his dick. Anyway, go ahead.
February 23rd, 1997.
Finish saying what you were saying about Joker.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all. That's been my issue, but. I still think it's going to be a good movie. I think I'm going to walk out going, man, that was a good movie. But I think I'm also going to go, wish it wasn't about the Joker. And I think that's just my comic mind, my love of the character going, I would rather not see that. But the controversy, come on, man. Movies aren't going to make you do something stupid. You're going to do something stupid because you're stupid. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the biggest thing I've been saying. Like, I agree with Todd Phillips when he was like, yo, John Wick didn't make people go out shooting people. And you can take John Wick out and you can put a bunch of other violent, movies or movies that have someone who has a bad day or feels scorned and whatnot. And I think just to try to say it, to compare it to what's happening to today, people say it's irresponsible on the behalf of the director and Warner Brothers. I think it's irresponsible on the viewers, the fans, to do that, because by that statement, any movie can be looked at like that at any time. Also, when they were making this fucking movie, there was no whole big incel thing, and I really doubt anybody was thinking about that.
Nope.
We've gotten to this point where people are so busy having their own allegories in the shit, and they're having their own allegories of what does something mean, or they're always trying to say, hey, this is what this is gonna do. But I wonder, do people think that it'll make people have to go through these things because you're bringing it up? You're fostering it in people's minds. I understand that in Aurora, Colorado, the site of the deadly Dark Knight Rises shooting, the parents all of a sudden protested because supposedly the shooter dressed as the Joker, as they're calling it, but it really wasn't the Joker. And they're saying that because this is the Joker movie now, it'll incite more violence like that. And while I understand, I still don't get why you compare just this film.
Yeah. When there's so many other violent films as well.
And that is my biggest thing. There are so many violent films. There are so many movies that have caused so much drama that could incite so much violence and chaos.
Not a single person has been bitching about Rambo. But have you seen the blood and the violence in Rambo? That is insane. They got darker than I thought they'd ever get.
Well, I've heard from some, it's very minimal, it's not a lot of chatter, that some people are calling it racist, that he is a Trump supporter because he's taking out the Mexican cartel. And again, I think we're reaching. I think low-key we're reaching. Like, I got into it with a friend of mine because of how I've pointed out some absurdities. And I'll go back to as far as the Shane Gillis being fired from SNL. And I pointed out how it's literally been in my newsfeed a bunch of white boys crying, talking about, oh, so you can't do comedy now, you'll get fired. And like, no, it wasn't comedy. He was being racist. That's a different thing. That's absurd to say that. There's absurdity that keeps happening with a lot of different things. And to say like Rambo is racist all of a sudden because he's killing off the cartel, to say that Joker will automatically incite violence and things like that. I think it is irresponsible to do that because you're putting that into the universe. You're putting that out into the atmosphere. You know, again, Shane Gillis situation, he was racist. He wasn't being scorned for comedy. He wasn't being silenced or censored. He was racist as shit. There's a big fucking difference. You know, with the Joker film, if you don't like it, don't like it. Again, my hesitations have always been the same as yours, and my reservations, excuse me. I don't want a Joker origin story. I just don't. I don't want it. I don't think we need it. There's no point for it. But yet and still, here we are. You know, I don't think we need it. And I just wish people would let the movie be. So also now there's become this thing where police departments have been on high alert. The U.S. National Guard has been, you know, basically almost mobilized to watch any potential threats. Do you understand how weird that's going to make it just for moviegoers alone? If you go to a theater on premiere night and all of a sudden there are a bunch of guards and everything, there are guards, police officers, how inclined are you to actually enjoy that movie in that case? You're not.
Yeah, because now your mind's not focused on that. You're focused on all this other extra stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I take it you just saw Chris Benoit. Bro, right?
And this is the moment we saw. Yeah, this is the exact moment where we know this is why he killed his parents. I mean, killed his family because of that shit.
Like, right? Like, what the hell?
Dear baby Jesus. Father, okay, I'm going to go back to trying to be a productive member of society. But you can't, like I was saying, you can't, fuck. Whew. Shit, my head hurts watching that. You can't focus on the film, though.
Yeah.
And also there are people who want to go into movies to hate watch movies. We've talked about that numerous times. There are people who will go to watch a movie just being like, I know this is going to be bad, but I'm going to watch it. I went into Batman v Superman saying, I don't want to see this, but I'll give it a shot and see what happens. I went into Suicide Squad with all hopes in the world. I went into X-Men Apocalypse just being like, well, let's see how they fuck this up already. And
man, what you talking about, man? I know you was hyped for Apocalypse. Or, I mean, I know you was hyped for Dark Phoenix, though.
Your mama was hyped for Dark Phoenix.
My mama doesn't know who the X-Men are.
Speaking of Dark Phoenix, I will be giving away a free 4K HD Blu-ray and DVD copy of Dark Phoenix to one lucky listener. So just so you know that. I have that still to give away because nobody wants to take it.
Hey, you guys should make him pay you to take it.
Oh my God.
Yo, I'll give you $10 if you take this Dark Phoenix.
That's hilarious. Now, here's one of the biggest things. Did Chris Benoit break his neck on this or something?
No, I don't know. I had the sound off, so I didn't hear anything. I know they took them. They ended up taking them all out into the ambulance and whatnot.
Okay. I'm just watching with sound. I'm pausing it now because I just watched what I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Crisis on Infinite Earths is coming up soon now. It's coming up quickly, given the fact the Arrowverse has started. It's about to start, shall I say. We're going to be coming up on Crisis. I've yet to watch the Black Lightning trailer because I'm going to do a trailer reaction to that. I watched the Flash's trailer and Arrow's trailer.
When does Black Lightning air this week? This week?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. So not after New York Comic Con. Okay.
No. Well,
this Tuesday.
Yeah. No, next Tuesday, because New York Comic Con is this week because it's October by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we've gotten some dope-ass new castings. Now, I told y'all before that Tom Welling was going to be in Crisis. Told y'all a million fucking times.
We told him that. In the middle of San Diego, we told him that.
In the middle of San Diego, told y'all Tom Welling will be in Crisis as Clark Kent Superman, right? Everybody's like, yeah, whatever. Finally came out. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. Especially people who listen to the show or people who listen to me. Why were you surprised? I've been telling y'all. Everybody was like, well, Michael Rosenbaum's got to come back as Lex Luthor. I was like, Rosenbaum is not coming back at all. But
you know what? I'm not going to lie. I thought he was until I saw his comments. I was like, okay.
I knew he wasn't. I
get why he's not.
I hear why he dropped his comment, but also one of the things I heard behind the scenes too is he wanted way more money than they were willing. He says there was no money. Yeah. Right. He said there was no money really brought up, but they said he wanted way more when they were like, yo, we're not finna pay you all this to do that. You know, probably in just a flashback scene or just a glimpse in one Earth. Yes. Nonetheless, Erica Durant is back. She's back as Lois Lane, which everybody's saying arguably is the best Lois Lane. Cool. They're there. Now, we've just cast Osric Chow to play Ryan Choi. If you know who Ryan Choi is the man who will eventually take up the mantle of the Atom. Why is that significant? Because Brandon Routh and Courtney Ford, his wife, are leaving DC's Legends of Tomorrow at the end of the season. So you need a new Atom. Legends of Tomorrow has always been predicated on cast members can rotate in and out. Da-da!
Boom.
Also, this is a big-ass pool. This one, when they say they are connecting every Earth, they are connecting every Earth. Yes, that was my Cat Williams. Everything.
I heard it.
Ashley Scoot, if you do not know that name, or it might ring a bell, but you can't exactly remember where that name is from, she played Huntress in the Birds of Prey TV series. They are bringing her in as the Huntress.
That's where I was like, oh wow, holy crap.
This lets you know they are connecting everything. Now, I'm going to drop something for you all right now. Okay?
I'm gonna see if it's what I was just about to ask you, but go ahead.
Might have seen it or heard it. I don't know. The Titans and the Doom Patrol will have a small part in it. Also, as will Lucifer, he will be in hell.
Ooh.
with Cambell and Adam Strange.
Oh. See, that's what I was gonna ask you. I was like, do you think the Titans thing is true? That's literally what I was gonna ask you.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
that's
now,
exciting to see.
So now, when it happens,
Speaking of, I'm
you all
loving
can,
Titans.
no, because when it happens, you all can be like, "Are you fucking serious? He fucking said it." Yes, he did. You can mark it down, take a timestamp. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
This crisis is going to be absolutely insane.
But you know what? This is the thing with Crisis. This is the thing with every Arrowverse crossover. The goal is always to upstage the Marvel big event either that year or the year before.
Yeah.
Never forget, the year that the Atom grew was the same year that we heard Ant-Man was going to be Giant Man in Civil War.
Yeah.
The whole the elemental stones and whatnot, the talismans and stuff like that, were the 6 stones, i.e. the Infinity Gauntlet. When they made a giant ass Bebo. So DC, the Arrowverse is known for doing I was so mad that they didn't form up like Voltron, because they kept talking about Voltron.
That would have been cool. That would have maybe made me be like, okay with the giant freaking Bebo.
I'm like, y'all been mentioning this. You are Warner Brothers. You better get this motherfucking money to get this make this happen.
Yeah.
A giant CGI Voltron for 5 minutes? 5 minutes at the most?
Yeah.
Get you a goddamn CGI. But nonetheless, but Crisis is always meant to go ahead and try to one up Marvel and what they're doing. And again, they may be pulling it off with this one, with the level of what they're pulling in. Also, it was reported at first that Linda Carter would not be Wonder Woman because she is the president on Supergirl. There is now word that she will possibly be Wonder Woman as well. Which is very interesting. Why do you say that?
Because, we haven't seen Batman. We've seen Superman. We haven't seen Wonder Woman. I don't know if they would go so far as to bring us a Wonder Woman when we still have, if the movie side would be like, all right, go ahead and put Wonder Woman in there. You know what I'm saying?
But again, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
True. I know. I get it. But I'm saying like, cause we know there is a Bruce Wayne in here. Are they going to
are they going to show Kevin Conroy? You fucking right they are.
Oh, I totally forgot he was in it. That one slipped my mind. I was like, oh yeah, Kevin Conroy's in there.
Yeah, you fucking right. It's Kevin Conroy.
The other one I was going to ask is,
I would rather them cast Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne in Titans, though, to be quite honest, because Ian Glenn, as good as an actor he is, he looks like Alfred, not Bruce.
True. I didn't really buy him as Bruce Wayne.
So it's like, yeah, but I think it would be nice to see a Diana, because we would need to, this is why you need to see a Wonder Woman. You need to have the original Trinity meet the new Trinity.
Oh, that would be good.
Before one of the new Trinity dies.
Yeah. And here's my big question. Maybe you've heard something I haven't. They have to give Diggle the ring in this.
Yeah, they
right?
do.
They have to. We gotta see that.
Yeah, he'll be the Green Lantern in this one.
I'm so excited.
Again, I'm telling y'all, everything that's gonna happen, unless things get cut, these are things that have been shot. These are things that are already in plans and preps. Everything. Just so you know, you will not want to miss all 5 episodes of this damn thing.
Hell no.
So, people can be like, you just making stuff up. Have I just made stuff up in 40 episodes I've been doing the Mad Titan podcast?
Hell no.
In 40 episodes, in a year or so I've been doing this show, I ain't made shit up for y'all because I don't want to do y'all like that. I want my listeners to be like, yo, I rock with Jay heavy. Like, I appreciate when I have people walk up to me on the street or I catch them in different spots and be like, yo, I listen to the Mad Titan. I fucking love it. And I'm like, yo, I love y'all for saying it. It shocks me because a lot of times, even though I know I have listeners, I sometimes be like, yo, am I really reaching anybody? But then when I reach people who reach back out, like, yo, y'all the best. You're the straight up best. Here's the last bit of DC news that I have, and I wanted to save this for last because this is some major news. The Batman is going into overdrive on casting. Now, it was rumored on the last episode that Mahershala Ali, Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali, was potentially in talks to play Commissioner Gordon. Well, now it seems like it is official that we have our Commissioner Gordon. It's not Mahershala Ali, it is Jeffrey Wright. I could not be more excited. I'm as excited either way.
I love him as Gordon. I think he is a great Gordon, but I am really confused, Jay.
What are you confused?
Is this not supposed to be in the same universe as the other? Is this its own standalone Batman now?
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that this was young Ben Affleck's Batman, and that we were going to fold him into the DCEU.
Who said this was young Ben Affleck's Batman?
That's just the understanding I had of this.
This is how you reboot the DCEU if you decide you want to do it.
So, but that means are we going to lose Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa?
No, those are the only two that are safe.
So, do they reboot with the same actors?
Yes.
That's so confusing. Like, even for me,
But again, there's no guarantee Robert Pattinson's Batman connects into everything.
Yeah.
There is no guarantee that it has not been established. This is what people want to happen or assume what is happening. There has been no guarantee. So that is one of the things we got to remember. Like, it ain't been set in stone. It hasn't been announced that, yeah, Pattinson is the young version of Affleck. If they say that, then everybody can start scratching their heads with like, what in all of the fuck, right? That's not the case. Okay. So as of right now, we just have to sit there and wait and see. I told everybody this. When it came to the DCEU, when it was going through its problems, after you had Justice League bomb, after Batman v Superman, bombed as well. And I know people are like, oh, well, it made this amount of money. It bombed in Warner Brothers' eyes because it was supposed to each movie was supposed to crack $1 billion. Each movie. Yeah. And if you notice, after Justice League did not crack $1 billion because they figured Batman v Superman might not have done it. Maybe Justice League will do it. They both bombed because now, because we're going in an entirely different direction. That's all you need to know is how you know it bombed. So, I said, the only actors that were safe were Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa. The rest were all expendable.
See, and I just figured because they're doing such a good job with Shazam now, with Aquaman, that we're just going to move forward. We would do the Batman, which is kind of like an early Batman. And then if we do another Justice League, we just kind of fold them in there and muddy the water a little bit with Robert Pattinson. But with that being the case, you would still need J.K. Simmons as Gordon.
No, you don't. So, no, because here's the thing. Was he that impactful? I get he was Commissioner Gordon and everybody was like, yeah. But was he that impactful in the less than 3 minutes you saw him? Less than 3 minutes.
Not, but I don't know. That's just something I saw and I was just like, cause I love Jeffrey Wright. I think Peoples Hernandez is one of the greatest characters ever created.
I was talking with Winston, what was it, like a couple of days, was it like fucking Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever? And I was talking with Winston. And we legit was talking about how Peoples Hernandez proves how dope Jeffrey Wright is as an actor. Because that man made you really think he was a Puerto Rican. Like, you didn't know. Like, for nothing else, he made you believe he was fucking Puerto Rican. You killed my brother, motherfucker. You best kill me. He stabbed himself in the chest with an ice pick 8 times. You best kill me, motherfucker. You best kill me. He made you think he was poor. He threatened a nigga while on the toilet taking a shit with the door open. You understand how crazy that is? Like,
yeah, that had me rolling, bro. Like today, I love that Shaft movie. Like, love it.
I love the Shaft movie.
Yeah, every time, Jeffrey Wright shows up, I see him, and Felix Leiter in the James Bond films. I love him. He's such a great actor. I just would have thought that they would keep the little tiny characters like that, but I don't know. I'm excited for it nonetheless. So
So we'll see what happens. But also, here's the second biggest rumor, and I think this is actually bigger than the Jeffrey Wright, Commissioner Gordon one. Jonah Hill is in talks to play a villain. Now, people are saying it's talks between one of the two, the Riddler and the Penguin. People are saying it's an easy cop-out if he's Penguin. Make him more diabolical like the Riddler. For me personally, I've been wanting to see someone who could fill the shoes that Danny DeVito left in Batman Returns. And if anybody can do that as the Penguin, and this is not a disrespect to Robin Lord Taylor, what he did in Gotham, but he can never give the type of performance that DeVito gave in Batman Returns. I believe Jonah Hill can do that. Now, on the inverse, seeing him as Edward Nygma would be interesting as hell, because I've never really got a chance to see Jonah Hill in a very conniving, diabolical, evil genius way, which again, we're going to get that kind of the same thing with him being the Penguin. It will be unique to see him as the Riddler, but I still believe that Nicholas Hoult may be the Riddler. I still in my heart of heart believe Nicholas Hoult will be the Riddler.
I didn't even think about that. That's good. That's good.
Because Nicholas Hoult screen tested for the Batman just as Robert Pattinson did. And 9 times out of 10, studios do this. If we don't make you the lead, we make you opposite the lead.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think Hill would work either way. I think you get him as a more serious version of himself, like one of his more dramatic roles as the Penguin. As the Riddler, I actually think he goes more of his comedy route.
Which is kind of something I don't think I want.
I don't know if I want that either. I think he'd be good at it either way. And I've seen the rumor, the BS rumors about how he wants double what Rotten Pattinson's getting. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Don't believe everything you say.
First of all, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Where'd the rumor come from?
I'm gonna take a wild guess, cause I don't look it up too much, cause I don't ever click on it, but I'm gonna guess it's that We Got This Covered.
Which, by the way, I want to address this on the podcast. I'm glad you brought that up.
Exactly. That's why I brought it up.
I need people to stop believing any motherfucking thing that We Got This Covered post. We Got This Covered is the most clickbaity website ever. They throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. There is somebody like I argued with a dude in the Facebook group. He was like, well, sometimes they get it right. Do you realize how much you completely validated my statement about how invalid We Got This Covered is? Sometimes they get it right. You're throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. You literally are trying to tell me because they throw out a bunch of bullshit that some of it happens to be right. Fuck out of here. We Got This Covered has put up the most bullshit stories ever. And people post them like, oh, We Got This Covered shit is going to happen. Do you understand how much everyone in the journalism world has discredited anything that We Got This Covered puts out? When anyone sees something like, yo, where's the source by? We Got This Covered. Everybody's like, so it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck
My buddy called Sting debuting in WWE almost every single pay-per-view for a year. He had to get it right at some point. So yeah, if you say something enough, eventually something's gonna hit. But 90% of the time, you're freaking wrong. Shut the fuck up.
90? I like you to
99%?
Yeah, I like you to up that number like a motherfucker. 99%. Because it's freaking ridiculous. Oh, Jonah Hill wants more money than Robert Pattinson. Everybody will go, well,
double
the money. So people will go, oh, well, Jonah Hill's an Academy Award nominee, so he can warrant that. It is not his movie. You are not the star. Jonah Hill wouldn't do that. His people wouldn't do that because you know why? The last time that happened in a superhero movie, you know what happened afterwards? Terrence Howard found out he was replaced while drinking coffee reading the newspaper. He wasn't even told.
Facts.
He wasn't even told. He found out. So I felt like like that's not happening. But I'm interested to see how this casting goes because they are also talking about we're potentially getting a black Catwoman. Now, if you are, this isn't my listeners because my listeners know better than being these type of fucking idiots. I'm holding my head because it hurts when I say this. But for the idiots who are going to get upset if they cast a black Catwoman, I hope you swallow sulfuric acid. I hope that you sit on a broomstick, anus first, all the way down to the bristles. I pray that your mouth is perforated with a full watermelon. I hope your shit ends up like fucking Alec Baldwin in Beetlejuice. You're fucking dumb. You're dumb. Because there has been a black Catwoman. Her name is Eartha Kitt.
I was about to say, man, Eartha Kitt, baby.
Eartha Kitt. And I know people will go, well, what about Halle Berry? This is where you men in black neuralize yourself. That movie never happened. The movie, it does not exist. That was a rumor. That is Berenstain. Okay? That is the Mandela effect. That was never a thing. The only black Catwoman there was Eartha Kitt. Halle Berry played a dominatrix who role played a little too much. I stand by that.
God, I loved Eartha Kitt, man.
Now, if they do cast a black Catwoman, there's precedent for it. Do not go, well, see, they trying to take all the roles and go ahead and race switch them because can't nobody be white no more.
Can't nobody be white no more.
Nobody said that when it was Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt. So why in the fuck are you saying it now?
Didn't Zoe Kravitz even voiced Catwoman?
And yes, my head hurts because I know. Why is your head hurting, Jay? Because I know.
People dumb.
I know there are people that are literally going, well, what do you mean? Blah, blah, blah. She should be white. Anne Hathaway was white. Even then, there were still choices. There was choices.
I heard they talk about, or Vanessa Hudgens was one of the rumored girls for Catwoman.
Don't you ever do that. Because after I saw Vanessa Hudgens in Powerless, I see Vanessa Hudgens in anything else.
Yeah, that was bad. Powerless was so bad.
Powerless was so bad. I remember when I was still doing Trusty Sidekick. And my voice is cracking. And I watched the first 3 episodes. And I told Bobby, I said, I just can't do it. He was like, why not? I was like, it hurts. It hurts so bad to watch. It's so bad.
Yep.
He was like, why is it so bad? I was like, Batarang is the size of a fucking dinner plate. Why is Batarang the size of a dinner plate? It's just wrong. Why the fuck does Alan Tudyk need to be Bruce Wayne's cousin? What? Why?
Oh.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, also, how are you working for Wayne Tech and his R&D department and you're making things that eventually get used by Batman, but nobody knows nothing? It hurt, BC. It hurt.
It did.
And I know
really
people will bring up, and I know people are going to bring up Batman Begins, but here's the difference. The shit was locked away. No one was ever going to find it, except that one dude, Coleman, who almost got murdered because he was going to talk. Nobody found it, okay? Morgan Freeman was sent in the basement to die, okay? And Bruce Wayne, he saved him. hurts so bad.
It's over, Jay.
It just,
It's over. It's okay. It's over.
It just hurted so motherfucking bad.
It's over, Jay.
I'm sorry, BC. I just had to. I had my.
Sometimes you gotta cry. It's okay.
Okay. Excuse me. All
So
right.
Venom sequel is eventually coming. I'm so excited about it.
And it hurt. It hurts so bad. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, the Arrowverse premieres are coming. By the time you hear this, the end of the week, either before or after the next episode comes out. So I might have to talk about them coming again next week. I don't know, depending on the time of recording. But you will start having the Arrowverse shows. Things will start back rolling. I think November we get some more stuff. And long story short, I will be watching 20 TV shows, it feels like. And I won't be getting paid for it. I'll be doing reviews on it because I want more people to know my name. So when I finally get this acting role, they'll be like, yo, that's the dude who talk about all that shit. Now he playing a supervillain. I'll be like, I did it. My eyes were bleeding, but I did it. Made it.
It's gonna be a long fall, baby, but it's gonna be entertaining.
It is going to be a long as fuck fall. Look, I don't have any calls this week to the Mad Titan Podcast hotline, but as you always know, call in. If you don't even see me put the call out on Twitter or whatever, call in 818-276-6947, 818-276-6947. If you got a question, if you want to show love, you can show love on the podcast. I want to start playing people who show love on the podcast. Please just call the hotline, 818-276-6947. Doesn't cost you anything. It's cool. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Please do so. Listen, I get the Chartable listing every week of what Mad Titan is doing. And Mad Titan is slowly, well, when I say slowly, we're like number 1,200 in comedy. Now, if you laugh, I will murder you. Cause I feel like you stickered and had to hold that shit back. Like, fuck you.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I bet my podcast is way below this motherfucker.
So 1,200. Now here's the thing. I need more people that's what the ratings and reviews are for. Seriously. That's how you get it up there. It is not that people stop fucking laughing. I can hear you trying to hold it in. I really can. You really ain't shit as a human. You're a fucking horrible friend. So you have to leave the ratings and reviews. That is literally how we boost up in the algorithm so more people can see it. So when I say rate and review, I know that I get the numbers of how many people download this weekly. All of y'all should be dropping a rating and review. All of y'all, do me that little favor, please. Yo, I'm gonna call out specific people, like Carla, the one I met in Chicago. Like, yo, rate and review. I'll come back specifically to Chicago, back home to see you. I'll show my love and appreciation. Swear to God, it's that real in these streets. But make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. All right, BC. As much as it sucks to have you on the show, thank you for being here. Tell the people how they can find you if they want to waste their life.
Man, it's always fun to be on the show with Jay, man. I love the Mad Titan Pods. As much as you hate me, I love to make your show better. I love to have your presence graced by me, brother. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. Y'all can find me on all social media at RealJackassBC, RealJackassBC. I'll be covering New York Comic Con. I'll be out there in New York. If y'all out in New York, come find your boy. Come hang out. Let's get together, grab some drinks, do some stuff. Hit me up. Other than that, my podcast, It Is What It Is, every single Thursday on the Offshoots Radio Network, as well as Cinelinks.com.
Okay, I want you to just hold on for a second. I got something I want to tell you because I want to make sure I got it just for when, I just want to make sure you know. Let me see. Hold on for a second. I want to make sure when I say this to you. Hold on, I want to make sure because I want to say this from my heart. Okay, hold on. This is from my heart, BC. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to edit a little bit of dead air, but this is from my heart, okay? Hold on. Listen to this.
Bitch! I looked this woman in the eye. I said,
Bitch! I said, bitch! Just want you to know I said bitch.
I love you, Jay.
I love you back, bro. In all seriousness, man, I appreciate you. Listen, everybody, find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/JAY Washington 80. The most recent review of Titans is up. And check out the review for the Wu-Tang documentary series on Hulu that I did on there as well.
I gotta watch that.
Yo, make sure you watch it. Yo, shouts out to, make sure you join my Patreon, my Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I already spelled it out, so I shouldn't have to spell it again. Patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Become a member of the Supervillain Squad. Please show your love, and I will show it always back. I know I've been meaning to put some things on there, but if you follow me on social media, you know it gets busy. But with everything about to happen, you guys will have a whole bunch of content and then some. But shout out to the members of the squad already. Adelia Chamberlain, Akeem J. Brown, AZ Badfish, Brandon Buckingham, California Joe, David Adams, DJ Snacks, Greg Morrissey, James Smart, John Mariano, LK, Marcus Kennedy, Marcus Burton, Mikey Lito, Paisley Darts, Rudy Rueda, Steve Tozen, and the Prince that wasn't promised. Please go ahead and join the squad, y'all. It is only if you want to show your love and appreciation, as much as a rating, $5 a month is what you do. That's all I'm asking y'all. I'm not gonna have those things was like, $20, $50, $5 a month. And it helps me build this podcast out. It helps me build out the videos that I do and more and more. And I just want to say I'm grateful for all of you all. And I appreciate it so much. Please do that. You can also get your own Mad Titan Podcast t-shirts. Man, shouts out to John Limbarsky, as I said last week, who I saw in Salt Lake City with the t-shirt, and the other people who've been sending me pictures of them, man. Please get your Mad Titan Podcast t-shirt. www.tpublic.com/user/Mr. J Washington. Also, check out Blurred and Gold, man. Blurred and Gold is the new football-based show, comedic football show. Myself and what's the name, Marshall do. We have a YouTube channel, Blurreds in the Hood, but I highly recommend you go over to the Facebook page, Blurreds in the Hood, and like the show. We do the show every week, and it comes up every week around Wednesday or Thursday. We recap some of the highlights and our funniest moments of the NFL season. Oh, another thing. It has been announced I am officially the co-host for the official after party of LA Comic-Con going down October 12th at the Globe Theater. It will be me and the Geek Gatsby. We will be hosting this party, and the Flux Capacitors will be performing. Yes, the Flux Capacitors, and they are fucking great. So make sure you come out to that. Yo, I want to party with all of y'all in LA who are here for LA Comic-Con. Let's party, get drinks, and do all the good shit. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to get me a personalized jean jacket just for Comic-Con. I want to be that dude. You goddamn right I do. All right. I think that is everything I've gotten, man. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for rocking with me as always, every single week. I love you. I appreciate you. Is there anything else I need to say? If you're in Los Angeles on this Thursday, the 3rd, I will be at both free parking at the Garage on Motor on the west side of LA. And then I will be at the Comedy Store for Crack 'em Up Thursdays at 10 p.m. So I come through either or, and nonetheless, I will holler at y'all next week. Take care. I'm out here. Peace.